wunderbar. Yo, what's up, guys? It's Benny, the first ever white shirt recording out of celebration for the white hot take here from President Trump. Saying that George Soros needs to be prosecuted. Oh, yes. And why do we love this so much? Because it's something that we have been asking members of Congress for a very long time, and we've actually gotten subpoenas sent out, or at least requests for them from very powerful members of Congress. We'll cover it all. Here we go. George Soros and his wonderful radical left son, who's actually running the entire enterprise, if George Soros is even alive right now, as many people, well, it's debatable, should be charged with RICO because their support of violent protests and much more throughout the United States of America. We're not going to allow these lunatics to rip apart America anymore, never giving so much as a chance to breathe and be free. Soros and his group of psychopaths have caused great damage to our country. That includes his crazy left-wing, left coast friends. Be careful. We're watching you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. What President Trump is bringing up here is that the George Soros Open Society Foundation is often and regularly caught funding left-wing agitation all around the country. And virtually every single mob has some type of connection to the Soros billionaires. Every single left-wing violent attack, many of the left-wing attorney generals and district attorneys who let criminals out of jail to go and terrorize their Soros prosecutors, named for that reason. So President Trump is saying, let's just bring them all in on a racketeering charge in order to say that they funded these evil protests and they funded all this death and destruction, and they should be charged with what they funded. This is how they get mobsters. Now, I posted this morning, and Elon Musk really likes the idea. High time action was taken against Soros directly. Ladies and gentlemen, Elon Musk is very much an enemy of George Soros, and we noted to Elon Musk there's very, very good news. That a couple weeks ago, I asked Tim Burchett why nobody has ever subpoenaed George Soros. And just minutes after, he fired off a letter to Chairman Comer demanding that Soros be hauled before Congress. Action is underway. Look at this Benny with no beard. Oh, you sweet summer child. Tim Burchett has asked for James Comer to subpoena George Soros, and this is a subpoena that has already been signed and sent in Congress. So we're looking forward to that. Man, it'd be really neat to hear them actually answer some questions for what they've done. Now, there's various members of George Soros's organization who are under the gun right now because of their connections to Obamagate, Russiagate, and the funding of the Hillary Clinton dirty dossier. So we'll see. George Soros's lawyer has some really big questions to answer about that. President Trump is officially going after George Soros and his equally radical son for funding violent riots across the United States. President Trump is demanding RICO violations for financing violent unrest across the country. He branded the Soros family psychotic and vowed that he will never let them tear America apart. President Trump exposes George Soros. Huge news for the world. President Trump just humiliated George Soros, who has ideologically tried to infect the West, make Europe great again too. Be careful, we're watching you, says President Trump. He floats the RICO charges. This should really scare the hell out of them because, quite frankly, a lot of the things that have been done inside of these various protests funded by the Open Society Foundation do not support or fund. A spokesperson for the Soros Open Society Foundation told Just the News, these accusations are outrageous. The Open Society Foundations do not support or fund violent protests. Our mission is to advance human rights, justice, and democratic principles at home and around the world. We stand for fundamental freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution, including the rights to free speech and peaceful protest, hallmarks of any vibrant society. Soros has donated, often through nonprofits, to various progressive causes. He supports the campaigns of progressive district attorneys across the country. Joe Biden has given George Soros the Presidential Medal of Freedom. What a difference an election makes. You can see also Hillary Clinton sitting right there. Again, it was George Soros's lawyer, the Open Society lawyer, that worked with Hillary Clinton in order to launch the Russiagate scam against President Trump. Trump calls for RICO charges against Soros, violent protests, Gates Foundation abruptly severs ties with rogue Arabella advisors. Now, this is something very interesting. The Arabella network, which is a dark money machine for the radical left, Bill Gates has decided he's no longer going to fund it and has pulled nearly $500 million from them. Amazing how quick the control oligarchs change course when they feel the way the political winds are blowing. Gates isn't suddenly a conservative hero. He's just hedging his bets. He knows the radical left's grip is slipping. It's not wild. Bill Gates funneled hundreds of millions of dollars to the Arabella network funds, according to recent financial disclosures. Look at this. Bill Gates gave a lot to this Democrat fundraising arm, and then it crashed, this Democrat activist arm, and then it crashes. And right now, Donald Trump is going after now George Soros as well. It's pretty remarkable. Here we go. This is the funneling the No Kings protest, for instance. Remember the No Kings killer in Minneapolis? Yeah, we don't fund anything violent. Got it. Hundreds of millions of dollars, dark money infusion. Arabella Advisor Network has funneled at least $114 million to the No Kings protests, organizers, and affiliates. Financial disclosures analyzed. Oh boy, not good. George Soros has, of course, gone after Donald Trump in an era where he could still speak in public. He no longer is doing that. USAID gave George Soros $5 million for its NGOs, teeny little Macedonia population, where the Soros NGOs train citizens to protest, given the rules for radicals. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is how it goes. It's amazing. They're defunding USAID. They're cutting off the money flow. When you cut off the money flow, the empire will collapse. Here's us pushing with not just Tim Burchett, but other members of Congress for the subpoena of George Soros to finally answer some questions about the damage they've done to our country. Don't say we weren't first. We're just trying to make the world a better place. Here you go.
Very quickly here into the George Soros connection and all the Russiagate hoax seems to be perhaps the most alarming new information that we're learning right now. Would you be in favor of an investigation into George Soros, the Open Society Foundation, what they knew in the hacking of our election in 2016?
100%. Let's not write them a tough letter. Let's put their ass on the spot and pull them in. Let's subpoena them and get them in here right now. I'm sick of this stuff in Washington. We drag our feet, we talk tough, and then we continuously let our country down. And that's what happens. I mean, with Hillary and all that, you honestly think everybody's like, you need to put her in cuffs. Well, dadgummit, our leadership needs to do that. And our leadership needs to come forth with that type of message to the American public and let them know this activity is not going to be accepted. They attempted to overthrow our country, and it is. America knows it's happening, and let's get on with it.
I want to put up just the documentation from the Durham Annex that shows the Soros Foundation directly a part of the conversation. This conversation specifically included when and how the FBI would pour fuel on the fire of the Russiagate hoax. This is being centrally coordinated through George Soros's personal lawyer, Leonard Bernardo. Okay, we're learning a number of new names, a number of new people here. I want to get it all right. There's Leonard Bernardo. So would you sign off on the subpoena today? I mean, would you be able to write this? We saw everyone move very quickly on Epstein.
100%.
So would you write the subpoena today to get George Soros's ass in a chair? Like, what did you know about this?
100%, 100%. And you know good and well he won't do it. But there's other people that'll squeal because they're looking at federal time. And that's the way you got to do it. You got to start just like we do with the mob or the drug dealers. You hit the lowest one, and then they'll squeal, and you go upstairs. And that's what we got to do.
So hopefully we'll see action on this today, or hopefully we'll see action on this at least soon. We'd be very disappointed, Congressman, if nothing happened. Boy, it would hurt the feelings of this audience if nobody did anything on this. It'd be nice to see a little smiting, Congresswoman. So tell it to me plainly. Will George Soros get subpoenaed by this Congress finally?
It's up to Comer.
Okay.
And I think that people should let Comer know how supportive they are of him for that if he does it.
Okay, our team has found a remarkable photo here that actually proves your point. It's really something, and we're just working quickly here, but wow. I mean, you could almost like do the character actors. I mean, you could.
We
like,
need to cue the Star Wars music.
Yeah, that's right. Like, yeah, did we have the Imperial March? Like, even the makeup's even the same.
Yeah, George Soros is, you know, it's kind of weird. You look at all these people, you know, the guy who runs we used to run the World Economic Forum that just stood down. Yeah. I mean, they're all kind of, they look spooky.
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah, they're all spooky.
We will control the future.
You will have nothing and love it.